hundreds dead.
In China, I think you're going to see that more amplified.
With which China detected the outbreak,
declaring a national emergency.
You must stay at home.
A nationwide lockdown for 21 days with effect from midnight on Thursday, the 36th of March.
Covid-19, the lockdown, PPE, masks, virus. What may seem like a science fiction movie became reality very quickly. From a distorted truth on the news to conspiracies riddled all over the social media, everyone in the globe was in a tight stronghold by the angel of death itself. Life was at a standstill, as was for the countless of people who were forced to close their jobs indefinitely. Our lives could only be associated through the lens of our phones or webcams. In the world of a creative, however, it was nothing short of ironic. You see, during the lockdown, when people were forced into their houses like rats in a trap, they all turned to entertainment. Netflix and the bevy of streaming services that just erupted over the internet itself. The irony lay on the fact that it was difficult to create content for people to consume. Well, we were all afraid to be in close proximity to each other. So, what was next for us? As an independent, I looked amongst my peers and wondered the same question. We were all itching to do something that could take up time we all had and flaunt those creative minds we all craved to access. Until I stumbled upon someone in the UK who had the same idea and acted sooner on what to do with one's time.
I know. I just missed you.
The movie was called Self-Isolation and was written and directed by Blake Ridder.
Can't touch you or, you know.
The film told the story about friends communing on Skype during the Covid-19 lockdown, and it was a fun, inspired thriller film from the computer perspective. Unfriended, another Zoom-based horror movie that came out prior to the pandemic.
I'm signing off. No, he'll kill you.
So the cogs in my mind started to turn. And the perfect story about South Africa's own fears of home invasions took center stage as I workshopped my next film, Catch Up.
Hi guys.
Hey Annie. Can you hear me?
Hey Kitty Cat. Yeah, I miss you guys so much. I'm so glad we're doing this catch up. Oh my goodness. Oh
yeah, it's so long.
Babe, is it cold there?
It's fucking freezing in here. You don't feel that?
I think you're being a little bit dramatic.
Listen, I'm not dramatic. I'm anemic. Also just really exhausted, hey? I mean, I've been doing a lot of this online work with my tarot readings and stuff like that. And some of my clients are having some really heavy shit come up. And all that channeling can get super exhausting.
I can imagine.
You're pretty busy yourself. Hey, Jess.
Hey, babe. Getting all glammed up. You do know that you can't leave your house, right? You can't go anywhere. I know. I was just going to do some TikTok videos for later. Cheers, babe.
Catch Up, like Self-Isolation and Unfriended and Shudder's host, starred Durban's finest performers in a thrilling voyeuristic horror.
Hi, guys.
about home invasions during the Covid-19 lockdown. We find Detective Kenneth Patel collating footage to document the accounts of an anarchist group plaguing innocents. With so many Durban popular faces in the mix, including stars from Cape Town and Johannesburg, Catch Up became a thrilling production we all had fond memories of working on. However, while the production was fun, and Catch Up landed on a horror streaming service, the reality started to get a bit too real.
Hey, I'm Mzansi. Mzansi, South African fitness fanatics are trying to deal with the shock of having witnessed a murder and a robbery live on Zoom on Wednesday night, 10 November. Their trauma is unmeasurable as they shared their stories of what they witnessed during a fitness session where well-known instructor Lawrence Masinga was shot dead.
There were a few accounts of real horror stories during the lockdown after we released the film. Catch Up's horror of real-life crimes felt more eerie on repeat watch, and while we wished for it to be an ongoing web series, it didn't amount to much as the world creeped out of their shells and back to real life after COVID. So I decided that instead of a series, Catch Up would be released as a director's cut on YouTube, and I found quite a liking to, while maybe not as viral as we hoped. Each piece of the film was built like a tape the detective plays. One included the session between Anita and her friends, an audio visualizer of a phone call between Nikita and Rachel, played by Caitlin Golding and Sanam Sitaram, and finally, a Twitch-inspired story of friends playing a video game to a live stream as a killer plays a game of Truth or Dare with them. The approach was inspired by some of my favorite anthology horrors from the past, like Creepshow or even VHS. Catch Up found its appreciation at DFM in 2022 and in a Russian digital festival called Open Vision. It is actually my personal favorite film of all the ones I've made because it felt authentic to the passion every person delivered in the film and on the script. But as time grew on, and normality grew close, I myself needed to be back on set for my sense of purpose. A purpose that loomed as a silhouette at my own door.